Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ASUS ROG DreamLeague Season 3 casting desk with myself, ODPixel, and of course today the very special John, Wagger's brother. Anyway, the draft is beginning. Alliance versus Ninjas in Pajamas, the second series of the day.
10 seconds.
And Alliance, they get themselves the AKIO. Ninjas in Pajamas in response, they grab themselves the Gyro and the Chen, and we were saying about this, it's got to be the Tiny.
I mean, I would. Just saying.
If it's there.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. So Tiny IO, if you aren't winning games, you get yourself Tiny IO and then you win games. That's the strat that Alliance are going for.
That's the strat. You know, I just want to see like an ultra late game Tiny and just see him like 6-slotted with the Moonshard effect.
And just Chen army.
Yeah, like just, you know, hitting so fast but still killing everything in one hit. So it's like complete overpower. That's some BFG. You just
it is.
Killing everyone.
That's a lot. That's a lot. They're going to ban out the Bristle. Obviously, a hero that can be a bit of an issue for Iron Tiny.
Yeah. Well, the Gyro and the Chen hero from NiP it's really just the trending heroes. Apart from the Tiny, who we didn't see at all today. See it now at least. Broodmother has been getting a lot of respect, by the way. Just being banned out. I mean, Bulldog loves to play it, but you're never going to first pick Broodmother. In the first phase, you simply don't do that. It's, you know, too much. Some people, or we saw some people do it in the previous patch, honestly, but that was still kind of gimmicky, and it could have been hard countered by any, you know, there are plenty of heroes that deal with Broodmother really well.
It really can be. And well, third pick from the side of Ninja Pajamas, they're going to grab themselves the Witch Doctor. Obviously a hero does work nicely against any kind of strat with Via, and also a hero that would have potentially been nice for Alliance to pick up against the Chen. So all in all, a nice pickup for NiP there.
Yeah, indeed. And see Era and his heroes, of course. He loves the Shadow Fiend, always did. And Shaker being picked up from Alliance, Wisp, Tiny, Shaker. You have a lot of disable. You're gonna have to be careful with the Fissures not to block off your Tiny, because since he's such a hero that needs to be close to the enemy, you have to be on point. But fucking Matt plays a really good Tiny, or Shaker.
He does. I think we saw
play a good Tiny as well.
He played in the first game today, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. And he played really well. Like, he was in almost every single kill and executed, you know, beautifully, same as his Shaker, or same as his Lion. He plays well on any of these like stunning supports, it feels like, whereas Akia tries to take the other supports in general.
Yeah, no, I think that was the thing about the last game that felt weird as well, just the fact that we're so used to Mad being on these aggressive initiators, and then he was on a Dazzle.
Yeah, exactly. Dazzle doesn't really strike me as his hero. Of course, everyone can have an off game even on heroes you like. We saw Akia on his Chen not really excel as well in the previous in the first game.
Yeah, of course.
So we'll see. Oh, they grab up the Tidehunter here. That's a pretty neat hero against Tiny, because the Anchor Smash reduces the Tiny damage so much.
It's a lot.
One Anchor Smash is just removing tons of your damage output there. And of course, you're gonna have the AoE. Always kind of liked having Tidehunter against Shaker. It feels like when Shaker jumps in, you can sometimes counter jump with the Tidehunter and just ravage instantly and reset the fight.
And I guess what's also kind of nice as well for the side of NiP, they realize that Alliance with the Tiny IO probably going to be loaded AK in the mid lane, so they know that the safe lane is either going to be a duel or a solo, and both those situations, Tide has a pretty good time if it's not a tri lane.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. None of the heroes that he's going up against right now are terrifying for a Tidehunter. As I say that, Leshrac gets added up, and we're very likely to see dual lanes coming out from Alliance with Tiny mid is completely possible. Not as good on the Dire as on Radiant, but still doable. You could also have dual lane mid and then with Tiny safe lane, for example. But Leshrac ES sounds like a pretty solid safe lane. You can chase people down. You have the Fissure to block off with a Leshrac stun to follow up. Good combo. We'll see what NiP want to pick up as their last hero as well. And they are banning out the Bounty Hunter. Good ban, I think.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do pick up here as Bulldog's hero. I mean, the only one I can kind of think of the signature is the Clockwork is still there, but is this a game that a Clockwork could work out?
It's not a great game, honestly. No. If you hook in, like, there are some good BKB heroes on Gyrocopter. Witch Doctor could get one as luxury, of course, but that's so late. But if you hook in on the Gyrocopter and he just rocket barrages you and doesn't even care about your blade mail, that could be terrible. Could be decent though if you mana burn the Tide. Like you can do some gimmicky stuff. Mana burning Tide could maybe win a team fight for you in the right occasion. And more disable for Alliance could be really good. They already have tons of it, but Tiny, he loves having disable in his team.
Yeah, I guess it could also make the team fights arguably a little bit messy for their own team. You know, with a Fisher down and Cogs down, it's hard for Tiny to work his way around.
Yeah, but maybe you could set it up. I think the Bounty Hunter that was banned out by NiP was a great read, because if you have Bounty Hunters set up for your Wisp relocate ganks, and he just gives one Jinata punch before the relocate comes in, and as well as bringing the track, of course, and just revealing the targets, that's a very good combination indeed. And they already have like really insane push with the Leshrac and Tiny together. So they just need to secure early game in the fighting. NiP building more of a full death ball, I would say. They have the Chen, they have Tidehunter, Gyro. Witch Doctor should be mentioned in a death ball as well. The heal is not to be underestimated. And of course the ward forces someone to disable him, but there's so many things already that could. The amount of stuff that can cancel it is very good.
Right, so now with this final pick for Ninjas in Pyjamas, obviously still expecting to be the mid hero. Now, if you are expecting the Tiny IO, who would do okay in that kind of matchup, and who would you be happy putting? I mean, someone like ASUS, would that fit into this?
Yeah, Zeus is very good against dual lanes mid, because he can always farm. So that's one hero you can definitely grab up. And he works quite well with the Tidehunter as well, so I wouldn't be surprised at all to see that be picked up. Just because when you Tidehunter ulti, Zeus ulti on top, you just brought everyone so damn low, and Wisp is quite likely to get bursted by that. Other heroes that deal with dual lane mid well is like Puck could be played there if you want to have more grab, but I think their teamfight is already pretty good. Could go for it.
Thinking long and hard about this one, Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Yeah, they want to be sure. I mean, it's really terrifying going up against the with Tiny mid, and they're gonna go for the Viper. That's a pretty good answer as well. He should be fine if it's just the two of them against him, but even that lane could be dangerous for a Viper.
Yeah, and arguably, obviously, one of those heroes that, as long as you don't have an atrocious start, you get to that mid-game portion. If Tiny and I are relocating, they're not going to be able to blow you up straight away with the old Avalanche toss, especially if he decides to pick up a mech, which I guess with a Chen's probably going to be unlikely, and that Viper can look to go more aggressive with his build. Exactly.
That should be it. And it would be very, you know, he could go for Yasha into Aghanims or something like that on Viper. But Midas, of course, also a good pickup for Viper to just stay relevant in your farming speed. But it's very relevant, say that too much, to have heroes that don't get bursted so much by Tiny when you play against with Tiny combination. So they have Gyrocopter fairly tanky. If he builds the right items, he could maybe survive the combination, especially with the Chen heal coming in. So Chen already makes everyone a little bit better at surviving. Witch Doctor is a free kill. Like, he dies to Tiny for sure. Tidehunter kind of lives if he's high enough level, and Viper should be fine no matter what. So their draft is not bad, and that's kind of what you get when you see the Tiny be picked up second pick.
Last pick for Alliance. What are they going to decide to grab themselves here?
They're just looking over to Bulldog and like, hey man, is there any hero they haven't banned out for you yet? There's a Lone Druid, but I don't think you go for Lone Druid when you have Tiny. It's too greedy, way too greedy. Especially against a lineup that looks to pressure quite early. The Gyrocopter, of course, could go late game, but NiP so far, they want to be the ones to finish the game. And Sand King, oh, this is curious. I wonder if they're going to swap up here, or if they're feeling this.
I mean, it might be. We do see a lot of offlane Shaker, so maybe it's going to be Bulldog Shaker, and
curious to see the Pycat Sand King,
Well, no, actually, just Pycat on the Sand King.
I think he's going to swap the Leshrac.
Yeah.
He has to.
It's got, I mean, is there any, surely if you've got a Lesh and a Sand King, it's always favourable to have the Leshrac in the more prioritised position.
Yeah, I would say so. But who knows? We'll see for sure. They have a lot of good heroes to toss in, by the way. Tiny can toss in like any of his teammates pretty much, apart from the Wisp. It's going to be a good bomb. Just toss in a farmed Leshrac could be really good. Tossing in Shaker, of course, before Blink Dagger. It's like poor man's Blink. Same with the Sand King. Question is if you're tossing them to their doom against this NiP team, or if it's going to work out.
5 seconds remaining.
I like how Jonas changed his name to Jonas some shit.
Oh, fantastic.
Fantastic. Just clarifying.
Fantastic there. There we go, indeed. And we are into the game, and we'll see what both sides decide to pick up and get going indeed here in the first game of the second series of the day here at the ASUS ROG Dream League. NiP versus Alliance here in game one of this 2-game series with myself, EddiePixel, and of course Wagger. On the side of the Radiant, we're going to have Hanscan on the Chen. It's going to be Limp on the Viper, Jonasum on the Tidehunter, NiP, Error, sorry, on the Gyrocopter. And finally, of course, that's going to leave Seal Kid on his Witch Doctor. Now, what are we seeing from Alliance, Wagger? What are they actually doing there?
Just have to curse Error for being different there, changing his position on the NiP and the player name. Just throwing you off. So we have Loda sitting, and this is a nice trick they're doing. I'm gonna mention this first.
Okay.
So they ran down and put Tiny in a position, so Tether will put the Wisp on high ground. So if anyone contests this bottom rune, what's gonna happen is Tiny can toss to Wisp. Wisp can Tether down. So that way you can get someone stuck. And this is a cute little trick you can do. It doesn't require anything really apart from having the Wisp and Tiny. And you can do this on any of the high grounds. Pay attention to that Ake is sitting far back, so he doesn't reveal. It's not gonna matter much here because no one is coming to contest, but it's still a cute little trick. So top, we have Pycat on the Sand King. He will play it. Fucking Mad is playing the Leshrac, and they're running down to check the rune here. Could be scary. He does have the stun available, and the Invis if he wants to. Goes Invis. Trying to get this rune.
And
Oh. That's actually Tidehunter taking it, and now Pycat not getting stunned. He does die.
That's a dead cat, yeah, indeed. And they did manage to get the toss onto Error. So Error is on the cliff.
Oh, he did go for it?
They did get it.
Oh, God.
So he's stuck there.
That's just sad.
I mean, would you say that's worth it for Alliance to give away first blood, but Error's going to be out of lane for a good amount of time?
I think Drage was the one to draw this, or someone else just drew a sad face here. And yeah, he's stuck there for a while. He has a TP coming out, but he will still need to pick it up, you know? You can pick it up. The courier can deliver. You don't have to wait for the upgrade or anything. It can deliver to the high ground.
I've seen some high ground positions where it can't seem to reach there.
It's because players are dumb.
Oh.
It's because it needs to be your TP. It can't be someone else's TP.
Okay, but if it's your TP, it will go.
If it's your TP, you just click the deliver button and you will get your TP.
But you can't drag and drop it if it's someone else's.
No, exactly. Yeah. That's why players get confused sometimes.
There we go, Wagger with the
They haven't been trapped enough, you know.
No. Have you, Wagger? You've...
no, never.
Of course, never.
I've never been trapped by this specific thing.
Well, he's out. He's managed to get it. Well, he's got himself a TP. Oh, Bulldog's there, waiting with the Fisher.
Oh, God.
They do have this red look at the observer. He sees it. He doesn't want to go for it.
He's getting zoned. He should just have man up and like stick there, you know?
Bulldog.
But at the same time, he doesn't want to lose HP to a Chen and his creep, so... In the end, Jaro is led back on the lane, but not after Bulldog has already secured a level 2.5 on this lane. And it's always going to hurt you a little bit, especially when you're going up against the Tiny, who is so terrifying if he gets enough farm. Oh, and they did the Tide mid against the Tiny. That's true. We should have mentioned that. It's a very good hero because he's tanky enough to survive the burst, and then you just throw out the Anchor Smash, and you're going to be tanking the right clicks quite easily as well. He's a hero a lot of people put against the Wisp Tiny.
Well, Avalanche will come through. They've got the mana for the toss as well. Won't actually catch the Tide there, but just throw the creep forward. We'll back him out. I think, as you said, yeah, that's going to benefit NiP in the mid lane, and also on this top lane. I guess Viper, we're seeing at the moment, top of the CS board, he's going to have a pretty fine old time against Alesh.
Yeah, he should, definitely. He also has one of the strongest harassing supports in the game in Witch Doctor. I mean, there's like Skywrath and some other heroes that could possibly do more, but that's a great hero. Wisp is here. Ake wants to bring in the play. Speeding up the Leshrac. The stun is going to try, but Olymp just walking out. Actually flying his way away.
Coming back with the aggression onto Pycat. Pycat's going to take a fair bit from this, but they don't have any sentries on either of those heroes, so they won't be able to follow through, and Pycat will be able to sit there. I mean, we see the thing is as well, obviously, with Limp putting points into Corrosive Skin, there's going to be a point where you can just walk into that sandstorm and
you can walk in, yeah, you just walk in for like a split second anyway and then walk out again. The only thing that's dangerous about that is if he has the stun ready and Leshrac is around. But yeah, you can keep refreshing the Corrosive onto the Sand King when he does this. Is he going to toss him back? No, Lotus is going to toss him on spot. Doesn't matter much at all. Look at how tanky this Tide is. I
mean, yeah, and with the bottle as well, you're going to need more than just the Tiny and IO to kill this guy.
You could kill him with Tiny and IO, but what you need is you need 2 points. Like, he went for a point into E already on Ake. I think that's... Well, I'm not going to call him out on it, but I think it's a mistake in many cases, because you double your damage if you go for Spirits.
Okay.
And having double Spirits is the only way they're going to kill that Tiny. But it's a choice.
Oh, Pycat is getting low here, and they will find the kill there. Limp picks him off there for the second kill of the game. And they do have sentries ready and waiting as well. Pycat knew that he wasn't going to be able to save himself with the sandstorm. But
the saddest part for Pycat in all this is that he died twice and he didn't even get the bounty rune on level 1 there. He just kind of skilled the sandstorm because he committed to taking it.
Rotation here as well from Sealkid, trying to find a kill. Ake will tap it back, but the bounce is going to be there. They'll find the anchor smash onto Ake. He's trying to get himself out. The avalanche will buy some time. The Sator fires out his purple balls, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, he tried. He tried. The will to kill was definitely there, this Sator. But aggression coming out from Hanskin very early on here. Oh, this could be dangerous for him. But in the end, not going for it at all. Respecting the Witch Doctor.
Towards the mid lane. There is an Invis rune here on Bulldog, but Bulldog, is he gonna head around? He's gonna hang around for this. They've got Pycat as well.
Still level 5 Tide though, with bottle charges, so it's never an easy kill. I think Alliance are struggling in laning stage to find the kills, but they're gonna try. They're bringing in Wisp as well. Okay, then they should be able to.
Yeah, they've got so much stuff.
Look at that tank though.
It takes a lot.
It took 4 heroes and an Invis rune, you know, to be able to do it. And it doesn't really change that much for him. He's still gonna be pretty fine. He has the ability to just TP back. He even bought a bracer now as well, so they're gonna buying him TP, and he's gonna be just fine.
Yeah, I mean, still at the moment, look at the farm on NiP in terms of CS at the moment. They're just pretty much coming out on top across the board, apart from in the mid lane. But that, of course, is expected with Tiny having the backup of Io. And still considering that, Tide, he's found 15 CS in the mid lane. So it's looking really good for NiP in this laning stage.
Yeah, I mean, Tide is 4th from the top on net worth, so he doesn't suffer that much. No. He's been getting quite a bit. And the fact that he bought his bracer now as well, he almost has 1,000 HP already, and this is just a level 5 Tiny. So he's a very, very... might see a push top here with the Chen, trying very early on to...
Jonathan's got Ravage here. He's not going to blow it though, but I mean, now is the point where heroes like Io, they need to be very careful here because...
Yeah, he could maybe turn on them. Yeah, exactly. If you go for Tide here and he decides to Ravage you, suddenly he could be in danger. And he's going to go for this rune here, not scared of Loda at all. Loda tosses him to the Wisp, tethers away. Oh, that was a cute little play. And DD onto Wisp now as well. They could maybe just right-click him down. He's going to go for the Ravage.
Yeah, there's going to be the rotation in from Sealkid. Can they find the follow-up damage here? Jonasum, he's not dead. There's going to be a very long tether there over, and that might be enough to find the Tide. It will indeed. The cast bounces are there. There's a rotation from Hansken. They will be able to find Ake, and Loda does get himself away.
They get a kill on bottom as well, just diving in. They managed to get the Gyrocopter, so good aggressive play. Lasted going the way of Leshrac. So Alliance coming out ahead here for sure, and Ravage was also committed for that. So great play. Witch Doctor didn't really get close enough in time there. I feel like maybe he could have held on to the Ravage a little bit longer, but
yes, if they bide some more time.
At the same time, you know, he wanted to go big. I can't blame him. He wanted to live, most of all.
I mean, after that as well, Ake, you know, he's on his way through level 5. Will have the relocate, you know, sooner than later. And once they've got that relocate up, I mean, I guess they'll be looking for Era mainly. Will he be the target of these ganks?
Yeah, he should be the target. Unless they manage to see the Witch Doctor somewhere, they could, you know, just go and instantly stun the Witch Doctor before he gets the cask off. That's also a decent target. But Era is the one they want to stop from farming. Viper, they shouldn't care about at all.
No.
And Tidehunter doesn't really matter much if you gank him or not, I feel. So they're just farming up jungle right now, Ake and Loda. They did farm a stack already.
Ake is fairly low. He might get his faith tested.
No faith.
No faith at all.
Us Swedes, you know, we're terrible when it comes to faith.
Well, I mean, that was, yeah, a little bit unfortunate there for Ake, finding himself the Chen. And 5-3, NiP is still definitely keeping control of the game, and they're keeping the pressure on as well. Pycat's on his own here, and, well, Limp, he's going in, and Pycat, he's going out.
Ward.
He's
Good
dead.
old Snetry. Very nice, just running in and getting that kill easily. That's the downside to farming with Sandstorm on lane. You never know when the sentry is going to come in, and after all, we are 8 minutes in, so the gold was definitely there.
Still, Era's farm, of course, on this Jar on the bottom lane looking very, very healthy indeed. He's going to find himself a haste rune here as well. So, well, anyone that wants to come down to defend the bottom needs to be careful.
Yeah, even Bulldog, like, he got a soul kill on Bulldog already. He might even force here for an attempt again. He has a level 3 rocket. He's going to dive with it.
Oh, this is ballsy,
This is some Era dive, but oh, he's going to miss that one. Nice try.
It could be in trouble here, because look at this rotation from the side of Alliance. They look for the stun, they won't find it. He's still got the haste, he's fine.
He forced like 3 people to react and run down here though, so no one is farming mid, and top is not really being defended as well. So even though he didn't get a kill with this dive, I would still say that these kind of plays can sometimes open up things for your team. Top tower is now very hard to defend for Dire.
I mean, Jonas, he's got the Ravage back available as well. There's no way the Alliance can stop this. I mean, you're 9 minutes in, and you're losing a tier 2.
They want to try, though. They're running in. They don't even have the tanking ulti here, so this is going to be a tough one. Oh,
Bulldog?
God. Bulldog just died.
He just Soul Ring.
He used Soul Ring and got ravaged.
Oh, this is not the play. I mean, they do find the kill onto Witch Doctor, but it looks like they might lose Ake here as well.
Oh, God. They relocated in this one.
His faith gets tested again. This man is not been to church. And, well, 2 for 1 for the side of NiP.
Oh, trying to go for a kill here as Lodi runs in, but then again, this is a very tanky tight.
This
10 heal is available.
There's going to be another kill, surely, Wagger.
It is, actually. He tries... Oh, he gets him, though. That was kind of nice that he managed to get that salvation kill. He gets something out of it. Solo kills are worth a lot more than being like 3 people running down and bullying one guy, so... Something, at least. But meanwhile, Gyrocopter is just free farming on bottom as well and pushing the tower again. So, Alliance... Seen a few plays, and that was not the play.
Yeah, it was I brought on with a bit ambitious there, Soul Ring and walking in a range of a Ravage.
It's a good call though. I mean, it's kind of hard to be ready for Jonas to be that aggressive with the Ravage, just instantly ravaging when he sees the Soul Ring. Because it's not like he Soul Ringed and waited and then tried to Fissure a bit later. Like that was a split second decision by Tidehunter. Very good by him.
Very good indeed. And just still the fact, and of course Viper as well, amongst all this aggression, he's top of the CS and indeed top of the net worth, 5.7k.
On the wrong side of the Fissure here for Alliance. They can't really find him and catch him.
They could turn this one around as well. There's a missile going on to Bulldog. They have the TP in from Witch Doctor.
It takes forever for it to reach though, and Leshrac could just deal like 2 clicks and it's gonna die to the tower anyway. So, you can't really dive, but good aggression here. NiP definitely setting the pace in this game, which is what you want to have happen when you're playing against the Wisp. If you're not setting the pace, like you have to be really worried.
Then in tier 1 in the mid lane is going to go down here. More tower gold and
Pycat.
Pycat?
Kind of running around like, hey guys, friendly neighborhood Scorpion. Bottom lane at the same time, trying to go aggressively onto Era here.
It's going to be relocated in as well. Maybe they can find a kill here, Alliance. They're going to toss forward Ake, and Era will indeed go down.
That's what they want to do. Really nice there, bringing down the high priority target as well. That's the good part about having Fissure on high level as well as the relocate. But the smoke coming in from the side here, even Ravage being up in 5 seconds.
Matt could be in trouble. Limp's going to head his way into the tree line. Bulldog's TPing, and they're not going to be able to cancel it.
Yeah, very good use of the Fog of War there. And really nice play overall here by Alliance, because they're already pressuring mid tower, top tower. So they're playing around the kind of slow, sluggish team of the Tidehunter and the Chen, which goes from one lane to the next and try to brutalize. But they force the Tidehunter to come top. And look at how much Tide wants to live. He has Treads. He has Bracer, he has Cloak, and he has the Magic Wand as well. Like, all he wants to do is not die to Tiny. He doesn't even care about rushing the Blink Dagger or anything like that. But still, Tiny wants him. Look behind, friendly neighborhood Scorpion. Kind of revealing himself though.
Tide's going to walk himself down the river, will get avalanched and tossed up. Loader trying to block him off.
Tanky.
But Limp, he's coming on the Viper and he's looking straight for Ake, and Ake is gone. Gush to the face as Tidehunter finds that kill.
Era though, getting tossed over to the tanking.
Bike out with the Burrow Strike. Now with the Epicenter trying to go in on Era. Nah, he's going to run away. He doesn't want to fight. He's got no mana. He hasn't even got enough here for Sandstorm. Limp throws down the Viper Strike. There will be an avalanche from the high ground from Loader, trying to buy Pike out some time to get away.
To the shadows.
But, there we go. Get him back, boys. Get him out of here. Tosses Pike out back, and that's enough to save him.
This is Loda's elevation service. Just helping teammates and allies alike. Oh, that's really nice. Really nice play by Alliance, though, I must say. They came out on top on that little engagement. But
Hanscamp TP's in front of an Earthshaker.
Yeah.
And with the relocation, he's going to have some time to think about that.
Yeah, well, can you blame him? Playing Chen, you have like 4 creeps to micro. Yeah. One of them splits into 2, and then there's Earthshaker. It's not that easy. He gets called out. Called out by this Shaker, and Shaker, 860 gold, working on that Blink Dagger, of course. going to be very relevant to get it early in this game because the high ground push from Chen is always terrifying. The little Scorpy running out of here again. He's been seen by the ward. He's going to try and take Tide's farm. Actually, not even farming.
A lot of people coming in. Cooldown is going to actually catch him as Pycat walks back into it. There's a missile on his way as well.
I don't know about this.
He tries to see if he realizes this is not the play and it's not his day. But Pycat goes down again for the 4th time this game in his own jungle.
There was a tail. We call it space creation. His team has time to push bottom lane. Tiny is working his way to the rune. He almost has the Aghanims, by the way.
That's pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, quick Aghanims. In this game, I would have been fine with him buying the Midas, actually. Could have been really good against the Chen as well. Of course, you don't really buy Midas to counter Chen,
but
save it for the sometimes it can be really good when...
Midas is on cooldown. Oh, that's a Chen creep.
Exactly. It does also hurt the Chen player a lot, because during a fight, you can't suddenly have an extra creep, whereas if you have the Midas off cooldown in a fight, you just conveniently kill one of the Chen's creeps. It feels like we're casting from some waterfall in the background.
Some kind of tropical rainforest.
I don't even know what's going on.
We've got a leak, boys.
I think we have a leak in DreamLeague.
DreamLeague.
DreamLag.
Anyway, we're in the mid lane.
Shane. It's raining in.
It's raining in here?
Oh.
Well, it's raining in the hearts of Alliance fanboys at the moment because Tier 2 in the mid lane, it's going to go down, and that's going to be the second Tier 2 gone. 15 minutes in, all outer towers, bar the Tier 2 on the bottom lane, gone from the side of Alliance.
Yeah, very quick work by NiP, removing all of those.
Does he want to go? He's got a Ravage if he wants.
God, he's gonna do it.
Yeah, of course he's gonna do it, and lets the kill go to Era.
I completely, wholeheartedly agree with this, you know? Like, I think it's a great idea to just use the Ravage, get the kills, complete your advantage in this game, just extend it even more. Because what's going to happen from Alliance? Are they going to... Like, are Alliance really going to force a fight out of NiP? Sure, they took the top tier 1 right now, but I don't know. I think you have the luxury to use your Ravage like that.
Yes. I mean, NiP now using the space in time to go for Roshan here.
Yeah.
They've not got to relocate either.
Yeah.
So they can't really do anything about this.
Besides, that was a really, really annoying death for Bulldog. He has 1,700 gold after the death, so he was almost up to 2k gold there. So he...
Pycat's nearly got his blink. I mean, with the Pycat and the Bulldog blink, maybe they can look for the plays, and there's still definitely the potential to find a team fight where you blow up the side of NiP.
Oh, for sure. But I think it's just going to be like the Viper standing in front, Gyrocopter sitting in the back somewhere, or maybe even Viper and Gyro in the front, but then Aegis on Gyro. You have the Chen and stuff like that. It's pretty tough to catch people out that hard. But yes, they have 2.1k gold on Sanking. 1,800 gold on the ES. They're not ready to defend this tier 2. They need to wait, defend high ground. Pycat is split pushing mid. He will complete his Blink Dagger here. Yeah, right now, NiP just in the driver's seat and not intending to stop this.
Yeah, absolutely. Tier 2 going down here on the bottom. Yenison fan doesn't have the Ravage here for 50 seconds, so maybe we'll think twice about pushing up to the high ground. They are losing this Tier 2 on the bottom lane. Fortification comes out. TP back from Limp is going to scare off both the Tiny and Aya, and in the meantime, Era was able to take down that bottom Tier 2.
It's funny how Pycat couldn't even get the Tier 1 mid tower because he's a poor Sanking. He doesn't really push that hard. He has the pincers, you know, like they don't do that much.
Not enough indeed. He's got his blink though.
He does have his blink.
He can be happy about something.
That's what he wanted. Like, team wanted tower, but he's like, nah, Tiny, that's your job. And at least he put the HP on the tower low enough that you can pretty much wisp relocate here and kill the tower. If you know the fortification is down at least, and which it is right now from the top push. So, I mean, at any given point where you feel like you can relocate there.
Yeah. And the fact that Sanking and Earthshaker, they've got their blinks. If there was ever a time to smoke, surely this is it.
Yeah, yes and no. I'm not sure if you want to fight outside your base right now that much.
Okay,
but
just
you
wait for them.
Smoking up now is not bad at all, but there's still the Aegis onto Gyrocopter, and very likely that you could have a high ground defense instead. I think that's easier to take than smoking out now. If they smoke out, there's a very high chance they find someone who's hard to kill. Like, who are you actually killing instantly? Not really Tides, not really the Viper. Gyrocopter, yes, but he has Aegis, and you're basically down to 2 supports. And even if you kill them, maybe you get caught out afterward. So you're in a tough spot as we see some nice Nice little slideshow again.
Lead.
It's the rain.
It's the rain.
Yeah, Jaro.
Yeah.
Jaro looks so lost. Like when you look at him, if you just
It looks like he's gorming out a little bit, doesn't he? He's like, boo.
He does have
Oh,
fabulous
hello,
mustache,
lightning, and he
though.
disappears.
Yes, he has some really
Mad
good.
is dead. Look, he's bleeding. Oh goodness.
Oh God.
Oh.
No, he's gonna
It's
die.
that time
yeah,
again.
yeah, he's about to die. For me, he's like not even there. He's over here.
He's
don't even know what's true anymore.
So, well, Mad's died here on the bottom lane, and that's all there is to report at the moment.
Yep. So with that death, it looks like push is probably gonna happen. That looks like some flak shots on the mid lane. Yeah, probably was. So look at Sanky.
Pycat is in a very weird position here. What?
Don't even care.
I don't know.
That's the select post right there.
Oh, look at this smoke up. Oh, hello. There we go. They move forward here.
Good smoking indeed.
Oh, there's a home. What's going on?
They see the opportunities
There's a fight
that we
kicking
don't.
off. Scriff. Come on, T-Tours.
Cameraman.
T-Tours that.
I think Wisp is pretty much dead here.
Didn't miss any. You just missed the.
God.
Right. Oh, you missed that one, Scriff.
Yeah.
This is entirely
Lola
on
is
Scriff.
dead. Yeah.
How dead would you say he is on a scale of 1 to dead?
Dead as a rock.
Did he actually die?
Yeah.
He did. Yes. There. So that does normally indicate dead.
What
Thank you, Scriff. Yes, I know, Scriff.
Percentage
I
1
know,
has
Scriff.
taken the bounty rune. Nice. Good play by percentage
Oh,
1.
look at this TP, the tree.
Oh, that's
the
a
bush.
good TP. Yeah, magic bush.
Tower is under
But,
attack.
yeah.
The real magic bush.
Anchor smash.
Oh,
I feel like the leaking is intensifying at the same time.
yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
we might drown. This is
So is that what's happening? Or we're actually casting from underwater, and you know our Wi-Fi is just not
Radiant's
the
bottom
best
tower is
cast.
under attack.
Yeah.
oh, look at this.
Oh,
Midas
that's-
on Tiny. There you go.
I don't even know what that thing is. Was that tether?
Wagger, you heard you. He's brought a Midas on Tiny. Oh, we're back.
Oh, he
We're
picked
back.
up the recovery Midas
The recovery Midas.
after the Aghanims.
What how'd you rate it?
Arguably the Aghanims speeds up your farm, but I still think the Midas should be purchased first in this. But yeah, sure, he needs it. Like he needs attack speed anyway.
Mad. He could be in trouble there.
I would
Innocent
prefer the
fan.
Moon Shard though. Just saying.
He's trying to duke it out, and he's going to TP, and he's actually going to get away
Nice
there.
little spot to TP from.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would prefer the Moon Shard straight after the Aghanims, to be honest. Just get all the attack speed. Because with Wisp then, along with your Moon Shard, you would have insane attack speed. You would actually punch so fast.
I mean, at Tiny and IO, it's always going to be an issue, regardless of the fact if you've had a lot of your tier 1s and tier 2s down, they're still going to kill
They
everyone.
can bring back a game after you get
Oh, yeah.
Megads. Like,
Yeah.
they're probably the best combat combination in Dota, I would say, Wisp and Tiny. So you can just base trade so quickly.
Radiant's top tower is under
And
attack.
let's see, at this stage they haven't been forced high ground at all.
Oh, he's going in here. He's going to get stunned. Jonas and Fan Veils popped down as well. Mad trying to go in with the lightning, but
Oh, he's
Glimmer is
glimmering.
popped, and he's glimmering absolutely fabulously.
Yeah.
Witch Doctor does go down, but Jonas and Fan gets himself out, gets himself a regen rune as well here. As Alliance get themselves a pick off.
He's back to full, you know, he's good as new. Oh, he's going back in, and he has the Force Staff, Blink, and the Glimmer Cape, so he can game all day. He's just here to mess with everyone.
They've got backup of the Gyrocopter coming in as well. He does have the Ravage here,
Look at
Jonas
him
and
not
Fan.
care about that damage. Dear God, that was a toss combination. He just shakes it off.
Radiant's
What a
middle
boss.
tower
Oh, he
is
kind of
under
stands still there. And
Oh, the Ravage as well, catching Mad at the side very nicely.
yeah, didn't actually matter, but it was still very nice.
It was nice. They didn't
Yeah.
intend for it. He just walked in, the tentacles tickled him. And
Yeah.
they also did lose Bulldog there, as Chen's able to pick that off on the back of the fight as well. So even though Alliance, they find the pick off on Witch Doctor, they end up paying with their Tiny and their Earthshaker, maybe Mad. I mean, Jonas and Fan's looking for some action
Yeah.
here. He's going to go for the TP.
He's gonna go
He's
for
safe.
a good old TP out, but not without a slap from the Tidehunter, letting him know he's
a
the
nice
boss.
fishy slap.
But I think this push should be nothing more than a little poke at most, because they don't have the Aegis, they don't have ulti, they don't have Ravage, but they're going in, throwing out the ulti from Viper at least, and dealing some damage, but when Tiny and ES come up, and they force the Glyph as well, now you can happily back off,
Tower is under attack.
knowing that you have done some work.
Yeah, Especially with the Echo Slam and Epicenter being available, they don't want to hang around here in NiP. No, not a chance, not a chance. Well, Titan is getting pretty rich, I guess, now on top of the old Force Blink and Glimmer.
I mean,
you go for the
pretty
refreshers.
rich is one way to put it. He's fucking massive, you know.
Like,
he was against the dual lane mid and he doesn't even care. So
that's pretty crazy, to be fair.
He's definitely looking really farmed. We'll see if he goes for the refresher next. He has power treads, so it's not the best for mana. Fight breaking out here.
Ooh, the whole side of NiP is here going on. There's going to be the defensive relocate out back to base. Ake.
You poor little bastard.
He's he's preparing himself.
The good thing is it takes a little while for him to die. He's clenching. Hold on tight. That's friendship right there.
That is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Loader's out.
This is why I don't play Wisp.
Pycat.
Die for your team.
He's going to be able to disjoint the Viper Strike there with the Sandstorm, of course. And we'll be able to blink himself away here. Has the backup of Bulldog. Fisher, just to make sure no one walks up that stairs anytime soon.
Exactly. And NiP right now are pretty comfortable just taking this slow. They need to get the next Roshan anyway, but they need to get control of that area as well. So we'll see if they can secure the bottom lane again, which has been shoved really far. They have Gem farming in the enemy jungle as well. He doesn't care about anything. He just wants gold right now. And he has quite a bit of it. He has the full
he's got full axe on the go.
That's not bad.
I mean, we haven't really talked much about the Lesh because, I mean, Matt's not really been involved in much. He's only been involved in 4 of the 26 kills this game. And, I mean, is there going to be some point where the Lesh just comes in and we're like, oh my goodness, this is scary, or are NiP going to say, right, we've got a Viper and we've also got a Gyro for the BKB. We don't care about the Lesh.
Leshrac can be ignored quite a bit as he's support, but he kind of dies by the AoE a lot. He doesn't have a lot of HP as 1000, so I don't think you need to, you know, reserve anything for him. You just Ravage and make sure you hit him. Cooldown could go down. The flak cannon damage is already gonna deal plenty, so we'll see how that plays out. Tiny on top. Oh, please tell me you're going for the Moonshard now. Please, just Moonshard. Such a good item.
I mean, would you... Oh, bottom lane. They're going to go for a solo. Echo Slam here, holding Limp in place. The relocate as well from Loader and Ake coming in, and Epicenter as well. Everything going down onto Limp. But he's not dead. Voodoo Restoration's coming in. They might be able to keep him alive, and I think they will. Limp just walks it off. Deathfall gets thrown down. They'll be able to find Loader. Now chasing down Bulldog. The Ravage will get him into the homing missile. Aaron out of a killing spree. They've killed Bulldog. They've killed Loader. Pycat will be able to get out, but, I mean, you're just not killing the Viper.
I mean, you don't go on Viper. Like, they want to find some pick-off, but if you jump in and Echo Slam to hold a Viper in place, you're never killing him. It takes way too long. They have the heal from a Chen, like Witch Doctor coming in as well. And the amount of counter-initiation that is on the side of NiP is just crazy. So with that move, they have given away Roshan completely. They're pressuring lanes now, so good reaction afterwards. They're not just sitting around and thinking, oh, we were bad. They're actually going and trying to be productive with this time. Yeah. But committing that much to killing a Viper, it's not even worth it.
And then losing
if
your time.
If you kill the Viper, who cares? You know, like, it won't secure you anything. During that time, he even had so much gold that he has a travels now afterwards. He picked it up after he respawned. So he could have bought back if he had to, like, if you see Gyro and jump like that, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. But a Viper?
But yeah, like Gyro, Chen, or Witch Doctor is perfectly fine, but jumping Viper or Tide is just not gonna.
Mystic Staff on your Tide Hunter. Are we gonna see the Octarine Orb?
Oh, good old Octarine. It's probably gonna be a Shiva.
Yeah. Yeah, it's boring.
Stop getting me all hyped. Well, Shivas is great for him, so I don't think he's gonna go for the Octarine, but if he goes for it, Octarine and Refresher on Tide, you're gonna bring all the Ravages. That's, you know, that's for sure. It would solve his mana issues as well that he has for not going mana boots. So it's possible, but Shivas is just simply too good in this game. A lot of melee heroes or short range heroes that you want to go for it against. Looking over to army here, built up by Hanskin. He has 2 of the big creeps right now. Sadly, he hasn't found any of the granite golems. They're obviously the ones you want, but he has to farm through the camps to get it.
Here we go now with NiP. Just clearing out the mid lane here. I mean, Era picking up the Ogre Club on top of the BKB. Is he going back for the SNY, or do you feel he might be going for the Halberd to deal with the Tiny?
I think it's the full SNY.
SNY just.
I think so. He could go for the Halberd, of course, but it's not guaranteed that he will. I think it would be a good choice, though. It wouldn't be bad at all. And in this game, I'm kind of sad that the Witch Doctor didn't decide to step back and just go for the upgraded medallion to Solar Crest.
Yeah,
I think that could be a great item against Tiny. Just put that on whoever is in the front line, like a Viper or Gyrocopter. It's going to make them a lot tankier in the late game. He still has the option to go for it later on, though.
Oh, Leshrac is going to be a bit mad here as they go straight in onto him. He's going to try and TP out. Maybe he gets away, actually.
Oh,
no!
that was really close.
The faith is tested as Hansken nuking him down there. And well off the back of that, they'll be ready to go for the push. And Alliance, they know they buy back straight away on Mad on the Lesh. And Pycat TPs himself back for the defense.
Yeah. Being back, they push the side lanes, and I think that NiP are still not going to be stressed to take this yet. He's going to back off, happily defend this, put the rocket, the Wisp, but he's going to relocate away soon. Oh, Tiny on top, getting quite a few hits here. Half the tower went down, but he's probably going to pay with his life.
He's all alone. There's nobody there beside him. Oh, there is now. Ake comes in, but they're going to both eat a Ravage to the face. Loader goes down. Ake will follow as well. And that is the push.
Yeah, sadly. Pushing that aggressively onto a tier 3 when you don't have the relocate to pull you out is sadly going to be very dangerous, because you have a Blink Force on Tidehunter, so you can never TP away. Like, if you try to TP away, he will just Ravage for you. He happily Ravages for a Tiny. So you need to have the relocate, or you can't go for that. A little bit too greedy by Dota, but can't really blame him. There's so much pressure coming on soon.
I mean, at this point of the game, there's surely, even though they're so far behind, is there can they take a fight directly on 5v5, or is their best hope just looking for the split push with the Tiny Iron?
I mean, on paper they could win a fight if they land all the combinations really well, but I don't think that they can win a fight against NiP that easily, no. Like, NiP are going to have to make a big mistake just clumping up a lot, else they're never going to bring down that fight. But more importantly, they're split pushing a lot. Sure, they died doing it, but they keep doing it. Pycat has been relentlessly pressuring down here, just to make sure that they don't get high grounded.
Era's got a cooldown here. I don't know if he wants to go with this. He's a little bit low on mana and health, and he'll have a look at it and be like,
chased him really far, though.
He did. He's like,
get
off
the hell
my
out
lawn.
of here. Yeah. Damn Scorpions. On top lane, we see Tide shoving the lane, just pushing far, trying to make sure they don't get ratted that much. Is he going for the hacks? He is going for the hacks. Oh, interesting. So none of the items that we were calling for, but indeed going for more disable builds.
We're seeing Bulldog versus Jonathan Fan here.
Yeah,
well,
and at the same time, Wisp is also being pursued. So they bring him down.
Wisp is dead.
Tested once again.
Yeah, I mean, the Chen, this game has been pretty impressive from the side of NiP.
We've seen a lot of impressive Chen plays.
Yeah.
6-1 and 5, really stellar. And he has the Vladimirs as well as all the items that he has already.
Really, really nice stuff. Era just pushing down the mid. He still, of course, does have this Aegis. And there we go. So it's actually going to be the Silver Edge he's going for on the Jaro. Very nice against, I guess, the Craggy.
Yeah, it is. The Craggy can be turned off. You can also turn off, like, the Sanking's caustic finale.
Get rid of the caustic finale.
I wonder, you could maybe turn off the Aftershock. That's kind of big.
Yeah, I'd imagine you can.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah, that's true.
There are some examples of like passives that you can turn off, but those are like strange passives, right? It's not normal ones. So we'll see. And even without turning off something, it's pretty strong to just run in.
Yeah.
You have lower cooldown on your Invis, and you have more damage as well. Bulldog, again, being caught out a little bit here. He has to force and blink, but he gets turned into a sheep by Jonas. Forces up on the high ground, really nice play. And he is going to blink away, happily. Even on the vision of the enemy here, there's no way he's going to go down.
All right, let's have a look at what Pycat was buying, because Pycat actually had 3.7k gold on him just now. Okay, yeah, it was the Necro book he's looking for.
Necro book. They already have a Veil as well on the Leshrac, so their goal is deal all the magic damage that they possibly could. But there are countermeasures against that on the side of NiP as well, though. We have the Glimmer Cape, of course, on Tidehunter. Even more Scorpion chases. Glimmer Cape on Tidehunter. They have a Cloak casually on the Viper. So he has 54% resistance against Magical with his Corrosive Skin.
I mean, we see it. The tide's chasing this guy. I don't think you catch him, Pycat. He's all over the place with the burrows and the binks and the forces.
Good rat on top. They have the relocatives available as well, so they managed to rat him all the way. And this poor Tiny, like, he finally finished up the entire AC. Yeah, he has the AC and the buyback now. So that's nice. And as the game kind of headed into a longer and longer period of him farming up for it, I think the AC is a better choice.
Yes, yeah, it's going to help them a lot, especially with the push that they keep trying to go for here, trying to slowly break down the base here.
Yeah, they have the Vladis and AC combination now. I wonder if the Necrobook is like... I want to have a Necrobook so that Tiny's going to kill Necro and hurt himself. Because I don't really see what else it's going to do. Sure, some D-wards, but this Necro built by Pycat.
Ake could be in trouble. He's going to try and TP out, but he's not going to be able to as Jonas and Fan comes in with the Hex. And that is going to be your IO down for a good 40
that's
seconds.
the 9th time that he goes down in this game.
And I mean, Limp, we saw it. He's picked up a heart. I mean, you're not killing this Viper.
Tanky builds. Tanky build for sure. And with 5.4 or 54% magic resistance, along with 3,000 HP, and Alliance having mainly...
Pycat stopping the TP there.
Going in, stopping TPs. He's being such an obnoxious little scorpion.
He is with the neck, just pushing down that bottom lane. He's pretty much sat there for the last 20 minutes of the match.
He's making plays though.
He is.
Because this is actually going to delay the pressure from NiP for quite a bit. And they even have Aegis still, right? So they want to go high ground and force something to happen. Oh, they don't have the Aegis still. But okay, then it's not that important. But he's still just being obnoxious here. Like, 2 heroes are pretty much committed to chasing him.
Oh, look at him. Just, yeah, he's a cheeky one. He's out of there. But, I mean, indeed, making it pretty much impossible to get this bottom lane pushed back out.
He's keeping them from 5-manning. Like, whichever lane they go to, he's always just pressuring some other lane, being annoying. And that's pretty much what they want to do with the Wisp Tiny as well. But they have mostly been taking top lane. That way they can farm their own jungle as well.
I mean, that is obviously one thing favouring the side of Alliance. You know, the NiP, they've got themselves to this position where they're taking all the tier 1s and the tier 2s, but as of yet, they're just unable to break the base because your Tiny, your IO, and your Sanking, they're just creating so many distractions. They are going to find Pycat here. Looks like they're going to commit to it with the central wall, but he forces himself out.
Yeah.
Will get scythed up. I think he goes down, and the Maledict was on him, and Pycat will die. Silky claiming himself the kill there with the Maledict. And
that's what we call very dead, yeah. When he gets Hex there and the Maledict is on him. But he did, again, take some time to kill. And with NiP not having the fastest base, base crushing, again, Alliance just threatening to split push top with Loda now having his assault QRS as well. You know, this is just the game of slowly turtling it out.
Yeah, just him blinking in. Maybe you're thinking, okay,
here.
That was he's getting very, very low there.
But they still have the Chen heal. They're kind of baiting right now with them. They're trying to make Tiny go back in.
Error with the haste and the Silver Edge. Ake. Oh, he's hiding in the trees and he gets away with it.
They could go on Jonas now though, but the Chen heal is going to be there maybe. Nice reaction time there. Now they're going to try and go.
And Hand of God indeed comes through. There's the Siphon to Loda. Here comes NiP. Well, he's going to find the Ake on the Iron. Now he's going to look for Loda. The toss is there. Loda's going to look to TP out and he will get away. There's nothing to stop it.
That was very baited. But in the end, they also used Ravage and only got the Wisp kill. And Roshan is up, so maybe now Alliance can contest Roshan with Ravage being down. So I'm not sure who baited who there. If they held on to the Hex for the TP out on Tiny, maybe they could have made more happen there. They kind of used the Hex unnecessarily.
Bulldog, he's got the Echo Slam. He's going to need a little bit more than that if he wants to try and take down the heroes on the side of NiP here. Doing Roshan, looks like they'll get away with it here. Alliance, they aren't going to be able to get there in time to contest it at all.
No way to really go in there. They want to, but... And how's Gyrocopter looking for farm now? He has been farming a lot in this game, but he has the Silver Sedge, of course, Drums, Boost Travel, BKB, 2k Gold, and Aegis. So they're trying to go now. Not going straight down mid, they're going top.
Okay.
They ping kind of right where the Wisp went, actually, so they're trying to make a cutoff here, thinking that someone should be around here.
And there he is. Limbs found him, and he's going to be able to tether himself over to Loda. Loda's actually going on to Error. Error pots the BKB. Hand of God comes out as well. And there is no Witch Doctor, so we will have to pause here. But I think this is another situation where Ake's probably going to die.
Ake, Yeah, he already made it double digits, the 10th death, so might as well, you know. And he's just a shadow on the ground right now. He's, you know, he's gone.
He's already dead.
Look at Pycat though. Once again.
What's he doing? Pushing out those lanes.
What is he doing? He's just down on top lane, forcing it all the way. And look at every single lane. Despite the fact that NiP are so strong, Alliance are just bringing the rat game, you know. With 27-8, and NiP can't force a high ground yet. So slowly, we're going into later and later portion of the game. And that's when Tiny starts taking over.
Yeah.
And he has the Crystallis and always buyback gold as well. So we'll see. The dream is still alive for Alliance.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, we were saying it from the start. Tiny High, if it gets to this point, your heroes are just going to blow up on the side of NiP, apart from the Viper, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if the Viper lives if everyone else is dead on your side in that game. Indeed, he looks for the Tepper play, but there's no saving him. And we'll be able to pick him off there. But Pycat, he's just continuing his job up there on the top lane.
Yeah. He was like going into this game like, okay team, what do you need me to do? And fucking Matt was like, I need you to be the most annoying little scorpion ever while Loda is farming. He's like, sure, got it, Captain. Just gonna farm.
Oh, he's got spotted out here by the range creep. Oh, Jonathan Van, he's looking for it. But Pycat, he's just so mobile.
He's been spotted out like 100 times though, and he doesn't always die by it. He just keeps going.
Oh, he could be in trouble this time. There's the side from the cooldown. Pycat will die, and he is dead for 60 seconds.
The only downside for Pycat is that now we're going into later portion of the game, so when you do die, he's dead for 60 seconds, and that's going to give quite a bit of time to go for the high ground. But again, Wisp, and or in this case, just Tiny on his own, pushing bottom lane, being obnoxious.
And he's nearly got enough money for the Daedalus, and once he's got that Daedalus, that's a serious amount of physical DPS.
Oh, he hurts. Like a gear slotted Tiny in this game could probably wipe the floor with anything on NiP if we go into that stage of late game, especially with the Moon Shard now being available for a 7 slot.
Just to swallow it up, yeah.
Yeah, but we still have a far way to go, and I feel like Lions might only keep it up for so long, this ratting. Who knows, though? It worked pretty well at TI.
It did.
TI3.
A couple of TIs ago, yeah. Didn't work last TI.
Could work this. Maybe every other TI.
Yeah, maybe just the odd numbers. See. Witch Doctor, he's got himself an Aghanims though on the side of NiP, so he'll be able to contribute a fair bit more to these fights when they do kick off. But other than the occasional little pickups,
also has a cheese.
He does. Yeah, he does indeed. So.
Oh shit, they're going on high ground now. No split push this time. All the lanes are pushed out. This is the moment.
This is the moment for both sides as well, just to see if Alliance can defend against this.
Yeah, Aegis is up. They still have it. You know, this is actually the time. They recall in the good old ancient granite golem and buff up the HP even more, making this. Oh god, how much HP? He gives 500 HP to the Viper with just having that granite.
This Viper is so tanky.
That's disgusting, actually. Holy shit.
There's going to be a Viper strike onto Mad Missile as well. The Leshrac, he's not going to live.
This is too early, you know, like Alliance can't really win this fight. They don't have the split push right now.
What can Loda do? Well, he's going to throw in the Avalanche. There's a homing missile on his head. Viper strike as well.
Take the spits, that's... Yeah. And missiles, like, you need a massive slam. But they also have Jonas just chasing after Bulldog. Bulldog wants to go for it, but as he fissures, he gets corrosive skin on him. He can't blink for another 3 seconds. One lane down.
And they could go for more here, the side of NiP. They're feeling very confident.
Yeah, bottom lane, they did relocate down there. They're split pushing now, trying to take a Rax. Maybe they could have done this a little bit sooner and just forced something. Viper goes home here as well. Oh, he's killing off. He doesn't kill off the Wisp fast enough.
Yeah,
so they stopped the push. They lost one lane, and now they're chasing. Oh, this is...
Hex up onto Pycat with the Maledict the Death. There's going to be Bulldog there cancelling the channeling. Throw down the Echo Slam onto Chen and to Witch Doctor, but it doesn't matter. Pycat's dead. Bulldog's going to go dead as well. Jonas Sam slides himself in. There's the Gush to finish off. It's a double kill here for your Tidehunter. Can Loda clean this up? No. Cooldown coming onto his head. Loda is going to go down. Ake will fall here as well. There's 4 members down on the side of Alliance. NiP just cleaning up. There's going to be a buyback from Pycat. Mad's running away, but he's on absolutely nothing. He's out of mana. Halfway through health. There's going to be the double 4-staff there. Slide to the left, but 34-8. There's going to be the buybacks coming out from now Loda, now from Bulldog.
Yeah,
Can
they don't
do
have
anything?
Shaker ulti. They do have a Sanking one. We haven't even seen a single big Sanking ulti this game, so maybe now is the time. Pycat charging it. Going top here.
Oh, Era's quite a little bit deep here, indeed.
Doesn't really do much.
Yeah, he's got the Aegis as well. I mean, they throw everything down on him. And Pycat, as you said, he's going to go down for the second time. Loader and Mad and Bulldog, they just have to run themselves back to base, but there's not a lot of it left as the top rats go down as well here. NiP finally finding the momentum to break themselves up to the high ground, and it's something that Alliance just quite obviously aren't able to deal with at this point.
Was that one last time the tanking actually died, where it was dead for 60 seconds? Gave the time to prep the lanes so NiP could finally push. And also it becomes a lot easier when you start having boots of travels ready on your team. You have travels on Gyro, travels on the Tide, and travels on Viper. So anyone could really join from any lane. That's when they can deal with the rat.
BKB popped by Mad, but well, takes a Viper strike and he's probably going to die here. Limp just kills him. That's a monster kill streak here for your Viper. GG is called, and well, Alliance are back to the drawing board after today's performances.
To the drawing board.
That's
one way to put it.
Owen, please. Scriff. You're just jealous, mate. But anyway,
yeah.
I mean, what's up with Alliance today? What is going on, Wagger? I mean, is this a combination of both Alliance not playing great and NiP playing fantastic, or was NiP's performance there in your eyes just spot on?
I think NiP played it really well.
Yeah.
Of course, Alliance, I think they could have done more, even with the Wisp and Tiny split push sooner at some point. Even the last time when they got caught out there, they could have relocated before the high ground really started. They had creeps on bottom lane already. Could have gone and forced that, but I don't know. I think, honestly, NiP are a strong team.
Yes.
I expect them to at least take one game of Alliance, and they did so in a very convincing fashion. I didn't expect this to be so one-sided, but in the end, NiP are the team that knows how to run with Tiny. When you see with Tiny first picked as NiP, you're like, okay, cool, you're doing our trick. Okay, we can play against that. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's been a tough day for Alliance.
It has.
It's been a very
They've still got one more game. Obviously, the second one in the series, so maybe they can find just a little bit of
happy
resolve.
Today is not fucking Matt's birthday, because yesterday was. That would be so tough if it was.
Maybe that's what went wrong here. Yeah. Matt went on a right bender last night, and he's struggling this morning. Well, it's this afternoon, but you know, no Matt, I'm sure he knows how to party hard, so he's still feeling the repercussions.
I can imagine that.
And that's what's gone wrong today for Alliance. But indeed, that is going to be the first game of the series, going to the side of Ninjas in Pyjamas, looking very strong as you said. And well, we're going to be back for game 2 very shortly, but I'm going to send Wagger over there.
Dota? Okay, I'll go there.
Yeah, off you go. I've had enough. He's going over there to give you some insight onto the game, and we'll catch you back for game 2
so much work.
after an advert break and after some analysis. We'll see you guys later.
Yeah,